Hey, Shalom Akim, Yabashim Ashai Barakdam, this brother Menashe, DC camp. Here was another, a little impromptu lesson just to inform brothers about the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. Because it's part of the prophecies that we have to look forward to. Yabashim Ashai is giving us this responsibility to hold on to. We got to hold on to this knowledge, wisdom, understanding that the Lord has passed on to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Also like to say double honors and salutations to them for doing the work of Yabashim Shai with all sincerity. It's just a quick lesson. We just have to understand the seriousness of this prophecy. A lot of folks who come, scoff, backbite, gainsay, trying to trip up brothers or confound brothers doing the work. But the scripture clearly says, what the ramifications are, the consequences of going along with the image of the beast, with the mark of the beast, and then the reward of the elect for standing stiffly for the gospel. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this video real quick. It's brief, and then I bring the scriptures out.
About this yesterday, about a Wisconsin company that is the first in the country to start microchipping employees. It's voluntary, but it still raises a question: would you let your employer put a microchip in your hand? Brian Carter hit the streets to find out. A new tool for work, all in the palm of your hand.
Obviously, it has to be emitting something from your hand.
It's a small microchip the size of a grain of rice, and Wisconsin company 3 Square Market is giving its employees the option to get it implanted between their forefinger and thumb. The chip would be used like an office security key card. And this company is testing this technology to replace a key card like this for more than just access to a building. It will be used to access a computer and to buy snacks from the office break room. While the company says the chip doesn't have a tracking or GPS option, it's still raising security and health concerns for many.
My cell phone tells me how far I'm away from home. How do you know that I'm in D.C.? So they're tracking it.
Health concerns, I mean, you're putting objects in your body that shouldn't be there.
Arsenio Sampson works in downtown D.C. He says if his company ever offered the same thing, he would not agree. He says there's just too many things that could go awry.
Look great at first, but then once it goes forward with the thing, what if your hand melts or it goes too far in? There's a whole bunch of things with the microchip.
3 Square Market says the microchip is not mandatory for employees. The owner says this week 50 of the 80 employees have already signed up. In Northwest Washington, Brianne Carter, ABC 7 News.
Yeah, okay, so that's what it boils down to, man. Folks are just pissed off, man, that the Most High revealed this knowledge to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and they've done a great job so far. And all you have is folks scoffing, trying to obstruct brothers from doing the work. So I'll just bring out the scriptures real quick. So this is John chapter 12. I'll start from verse 37. But though he had done so many miracles before them, that's Yahushua, yet they believed not on him, that the saying of Isaiah the prophet might be fulfilled, which he spake, Lord, who had believed our report, to whom had the arm of the Lord been revealed? 39 then says, therefore they could not believe, because Isaiah said again, he had blinded their eyes and hardened their hearts, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart, and be converted, and I shall heal them. So, being blind is a disease in this truth, man. Most High God will, heal you from that disease of blindness, man. That's what's going on with all these, camps teaching doctrines contrary to the gospel that Yahushua has ordained us to go forth and preach, throughout the whole corner of the earth, using the internet also. It's it's sad, but at the same time, brothers should be glad that it's this truth is not for everybody. The understanding of the prophecy is not for everybody. So that's why the Most High is the Most High. He does as He pleases. So it's a great honor, to have this understanding. Yeah, because a lot of folks don't understand the seriousness of miracles. But back then, they knew what it was, but they chose not to believe. So, hey, that's their loss. So, let me move up to Revelation, chapter 14. Just a little memory, refresher. Then it says in verse 9, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive the mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shemashai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb." And verse 11 says, "And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever." That's the effects of the nuclear missile, the aftermath. "And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name." So those that receive the mark, that survived the nuclear, nuclear missiles, they're still gonna be held accountable. Scripture says they're not gonna have rest day nor night, because society will be all, messed up around the world. America will be blasted off. It's gonna be crazy across the whole earth. It's gonna be sad times for those that consented unto the doctrine of the Edomite. So that's the way, the Most High is gonna bring that judgment, man. And it's funny thing, the video, it shows folks on the street of DC, giving their opinion as per their awareness of the RFID chip and the use of technology. They know that they're being tracked, but they just don't understand, what's the end game. So they don't understand that it's it's the Most High speaking. It's the last days. Folks are scared, to speak up, according to the scriptures. But at the end of the day, brothers just gotta be bold. Shouldn't be ashamed to declare the knowledge that Yahweh Shemashai has dispersed unto us. And folks just gotta be aware, man. Yeah, this RFID chip, the mark of the beast, it's already here. So there is not much of a debate that the scoffers, IUIC, Johanna, Bubble Eyes, you name it, man, the bug outs, they don't have no serious arguments, because the joke is now on them. And it's gonna take a serious situation, man, to have that chip passed, as a act of Congress. There gotta be serious destruction in this society, man. Terrorist attack, economic crashing, political unrest. Yeah, so it's crazy that folks don't see it, but hey, the elect that see it and that understand it, barakatah, to those brothers. Yeah, so I read one more time. Verse 9 says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shemashai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb." So there is no there's no excuse, for folks to be ignorant, man. The truth is already out there. If they choose to believe, good for them. If they choose not, that's their own demise. Because Yahweh Shai says, the word that he has spoken is what's going to judge them in that day. So we as men of the Lord, we just need to take heed and not lose faith. It's very important. Yeah, because this is our report, It's our report. It's all we got to stick with. Yahweh Hashem shall give us the talking points, which is the Holy Scriptures. And that's all we have to be concerned with. Other than that, Kahala Yahweh Hashem Shai, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Sensei Akim, doing the work of Yahweh Hashem Shai with all diligence. Shalom.